I don't think there's anything happening.
It drizzled this morning.
That's the wonder of God.
Yeah, so I wish it's like that for so many reasons.
Okay. I didn't enjoy.
Good morning. I am Joy Olu. Welcome to the conversation.
And I am Adebimpe Omotayo. This rain thing that you are just talking about, like, some people, their hearts right now
praying
is in their mouth.
This rain must not fall.
This rain must
But
not
we need
fall.
the rains now, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We do, and let us be conscious out there, those that will be driving, pedestrians, and of course, those deviants as well. They must be very, very careful. If not, the long arm of the law will catch up with them. Do not take the wrong advantage of the rain about trying to dispose your refuse because it's raining. Some other people are going to suffer for your action. And so, you know, remember we had the Honorable Commissioner for the Environment on the program on Monday, and he did say that the long arm of the law will come heavy on those people violating the environmental laws of the state. So quickly we'll go to the news point for the day. Let's start from Lagos.
All right. LASMA unveils app for reporting traffic violations. The Lagos State government has unveiled the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority whistleblower software application created for citizens of the state to report traffic violations. The special advisor to the governor on transportation, Shola Giwa, on Tuesday formally introduced the features of the app as well as the LASMA Customer Support Center during the inauguration held at the agency's headquarters. The whistleblower app is aimed towards performing the role of LASMA officials within the ambit of the law, and its purpose is for Lagosians to ensure safety by utilizing it to report accidents, dangerous driving, traffic violations, expired vehicles, and bad road users. When you see these things, you can capture them and report them to us using the app. This is according to Giwa.
I think it's the right way for LASMA to go. Everybody is going technology now, and of course, we are conscious of safety in Lagos State. So if you see anybody driving dangerously, and of course any of the officers of LASMA who are misbehaving as well, you can also use that customer service line to report them so that the leadership of the agency can do the needful. But by and large, it will bring some level of sanity to vehicular movement, driving, and of course transportation here in Lagos.
Of course, definitely. Listening to the Commissioner for Transportation yesterday, and of course the Special Advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Shola Giwa, because I was there yesterday for LTV. It's about bringing, there's this rancor between LASMA officials and the public. Now, it's just pretty funny. It's like a cat and mouse game. You have LASMA officials who are saddled with responsibility of moving Lagos from one point to the other seamlessly. Then you have very recalcitrant people in Lagos, drivers who just want to flout the law as much as possible without being caught. Then you have LASMA officials who are also tired going through the clement weather to get sure that your traffic in the rain, they're there, in the sun, they're there, and you want them to perform optimally, no mistakes at all, not be angry, just
like they are not human.
As if they are not human beings. You have all that conditioning happening. Don't forget they've got family as well. And you said, no, the camera is always in their face, and they have that to contend with. So you have this rancor, this friction between LASMA officials and the general public, especially you hear, why is it only me? So many people have gone before me.
Especially the only one. Commercial drivers.
Especially commercial. The guy will now tell you, how many do you want me to arrest?
Catch.
At one point, he's going to make a decision that I'm going to arrest this one. And that one is the one that will say, how about the ones that have gone before?
The LASMA officials cannot see everything.
And
they can't catch everybody at the same time.
I'm making. So the whole essence of the situation is a customer service center that was opened yesterday at the LASMA headquarters. It's just meant to cement and have a better, seamless relationship between the public and LASMA.
Okay, I just want a clarification concerning this app. Will it bring a reduction in the number of traffic officials on the roads?
No.
Okay, those ones that wear this gray and black, are they?
No.
Are they like
those ones?
Are they like cadets of LASMA?
I tell people, those ones are meant to chase away street traders, the CBD officials, and that they arrest people does not mean they are doing what is constitutional. They tried to arrest me one day, and I took it upon myself to explain to them that you do not have that right to arrest me.
Because you just
and they flee.
They duplicate, rules.
No.
Because those ones...
But why are you flouting the law? The law enables them that when you contravene the law, they can arrest you. But not necessarily...
They're for street traders. Now Ajibola has clarified that.
I have seen them stop
at
vehicles.
Yeah.
At Mobile.
I don't let's have your story.
Okay, Tinubu creates Ministry of Livestock Development. President Bola Tinubu has announced the creation of a federal Ministry of Livestock Development in a move expected to end the perennial clashes between pastoralists and farmers. Tinubu approved the creation of the ministry yesterday when he inaugurated the Presidential Committee on Livestock Reforms at the Council Chamber of the State House in Abuja. Hey, we're talking about reducing cost of governance, ministries, and all of this. Why are we adding this new ministry?
I think the conversation is much more serious, and I think for me
why
personally,
is that ministry not going to have a minister?
There will be a minister.
No. This is just a committee. This is just a committee.
It's a ministry of livestock.
Federal Ministry of
Development.
It will be subsumed under the Ministry of Agriculture. Don't forget about that.
So why not call it a department?
Wait. What happened yesterday?
Or should we blame the newsmen?
Yes.
For using ministry?
Yes. What happened is the federal government, through President Tinubu, set up a livestock committee.
Yeah.
Headed by him and Professor Atahiru Jega, who is the co-chair. In case the president said, I am not around, there's someone that can continue with the conversation. That is why Professor Jega is there. We should know that we've had in the past decade perennial
the clash between herders and farmers.
And what this committee is supposed to do, it can later metamorphosize into a ministry. But I think if we need anything else in this country now, it is this ministry.
Joshua,
because you know what is happening in Benue State at the moment. You know what is happening in Oyo. We have what is happening in Ondo. We know what is happening in Borno, across that line of water channel that it's a conversation that we should have, and it's about bringing our farmers, bringing all the pastoralists together to the modern era.
Do we need a committee
from what I read,
or a ministry?
It's not a department.
It is not.
So fair enough. If
you are creating a ministry of livestock, why not make it a department under
the Ministry of Agriculture?
The Federal Executive Council is already bloated.
Wait, the federal government can't just create something like that. It still needs to go through the National Assembly.
It will.
So
which National Assembly? Anything that goes there will go. What are you telling me? They are the laptop of the executive now. Yes. Let's call a spade a spade. You know.
Don't say that.
Akpabio will reject something from President Bola Tinubu. It means.
Don't say that, Ajibola. At least they are suspending the Samoa agreement.
I hear you.
No, this
Joshua, you know what I know.
It's not fair on these distinguished senators
of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Honorable members of the House of Representatives that constitute over 300 and over
109.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
That's not fair. That's not fair. The debate. Did you hear the debate about? Okay, I'm going to get to that. Is it my turn?
Yeah, take your own.
Okay. Okay.
No, you still want to have...
Yes, because the committee you are talking about was set up like 10 months before now.
So it was the report that the ministry be created.
It was the report from the committee that recommended the creation of the ministry. Joshua.
What happened to me?
Josh, take your story.
Okay, the House of Representatives has urged the federal government to suspend the Samoa Agreement amid controversy over alleged LGBT provisions. The decision follows the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance sponsored during plenary by the House Majority Whip, Honorable Sani Madaki and 87 other lawmakers. Raising the motion, Honorable Madaki argued that the agreement violates the nation's laws regarding LGBTQ issues and same-sex marriage. Debating the motion, the House majority opposed the Samoa Agreement in its entirety and called for the suspension of implementation, which was signed by the federal government. Of course, according to that's about it for the
Samoa agreement.
Samoa agreement. I call it a slippery slope. That's what I heard about it yesterday, especially when it was say equality, gender equality. I think that's the only part that caught the attention of so many of the lawmakers. But I think to an extent, I don't think anyone in this country in its right senses will say Nigeria go get money because you are poor and sign your birthright away. I've not seen anyone this, especially when it comes to the issue of states. I don't think you will meet anyone except those who are in that kind of that are in it already. But I don't see anyone that will come forward and say same-sex marriage and that will come forward in Nigeria and say, look, why are you against that? Because in this country, we are naturally averse to it. And we find such a thing very inhuman. It's against our culture, our religion, and so many things. I think if there's anything that won't fly in this country, just bring. You need to listen to the argument of the. I was impressed. I was impressed with our honourable members for the first apologies to all other debate they've had on the floor.
He said they call it different kind of things now. Same sex, brotherhood,
I mean, it was
sisterhood.
You know, there was another argument that said, look, I've gone through the agreement, and there's nothing like honestly speaking.
Even the NBA made a statement yesterday that there was nothing of such in the agreement.
In the agreement. However, it's like the Honorable Madake said, it's a slippery slope, okay? Where you have human rights abuse. What constitutes? That's where we now get
Which
to
was
question.
what Adebimpe raised yesterday. It's a suspect.
Of course,
that part of the agreement
it can
is a suspect.
Because as soon in these other climes, as soon as somebody says, no, don't do that, you say, you are infringing
on my rights.
On my fundamental
human rights.
As enshrined in the Constitution.
Sure.
Okay, we'll see how it goes.
But I love the argument yesterday. It was saying, because some people argued for and against.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
The last news point for today is on new minimum wage. No going back on 250,000 naira minimum wage. TUC insists. The organized labor still insists that the 250,000 naira benchmark remains the ideal minimum wage for workers in Nigeria. The president, TUC, Festus Osifo, declared yesterday. Osifo also stated that TUC and the Nigeria Labour Congress were meeting with the officials of the federal government to reach an agreement on the new minimum wage. It disclosed this at the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association meeting yesterday, and it did say that discussion on the new national minimum wage has paused following the decision of President Bola Tinubu to consult with stakeholders before sending the bill to the National Assembly. We all know that if the Tripartite Committee has proposed 62,000 naira as against the 250,000 naira that Labour is demanding for. So the waiting game will still continue, and TUC and NLC here, they are still insisting on 250,000 naira minimum wage.
Honestly,
you are doing your calculation already.
This issue is overflowed.
Are you doing your calculation already?
Don't let me get into this matter of minimum wage. Because even in Lagos, don't let me get into this matter. Just leave me alone.
I think they're just trying to buy time.
We'll see how it goes. Whether we'll go on another strike or we'll continue with this rigmarole.
We'll find a meeting point.
Rigmarole.
We'll find a meeting point. Minimum wage or no minimum wage. We'll find a meeting point between the federal government.
Because even the 62,000 governors are complaining. Even 30,000 minimum wage, some governors have not paid.
But even when you look at the cost of living, Nigerians are complaining.
And they've been complaining since 1960. Okay, then we need to take the hashtag now.
All right, quickly we'll move to X, and I don't want to call her controversial. Okay, popular actor Tony Abraham is trending on X. You know, she was being bullied on X by a particular X user, and of course, Tony took advantage of the cybercrime law, and she got the mother of the guy who was bullying her on X arrested, and you know, it's been bass-goes for Tony on X.
Why was it bass-goes? For me,
Macaroni actually came out and he bashed Tony so well.
See, all these small children,
who is the child there?
Macaroni
is a man.
Let me tell you, because you have change and you are driving car and God bless you with visibility,
and you think people
you
love you,
you suddenly found your voice.
Yeah.
What has he experienced in his life? Macaroni. Oh, it's not about age, Abi.
NSAS.
So you now can't base your own matter. Who made him the advocate of the people?
But so are we saying that Tony is not wrong for taking advantage of the cyber?
No!
Ajibola,
No!
She not bullied. She was bullied in
ever
the first
since
place.
No!
Toyin showed support for President
Bola Tinubu.
Tinubu, she has been
I don't understand people. Who is Macaroni?
And if she decides to say no more, let me,
Stand up
take
for
advantage
myself.
of the law by standing for myself, I don't think she has done anything wrong. The fact that many people online are all saying the same thing and all bullying her does not make it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to say, but honestly speaking, in this country is where we have so many hypocrites, right? On one hand, you want your rights to be enforced. On the other,
you're violating
another person's rights.
Bullying is a
She
bad
has
thing.
a right to
choose
support whoever she
that
wants.
mother must now know that
we need to regulate social media in this country.
That mother must now know that if you didn't train up a child in the way you should, your child will put you in trouble.
Or in jail.
He will be trained outside.
Okay.
Somebody
Because
must
of
go
our
for
time,
it.
Joshua.
Yes, we need to take a break.
I know you are really interested. We'll
I didn't want to talk about
it.
if I get into it.
We'll take a very short break right now. On the conversation.
When
we come back, we'll be taking the column for today from The Punch. Stay with us.